Hi everyone, I'm Joe and today it's time for me to do my reading wrap-up for December 2017. Now December was a really good reading month. I read 9 books in total comprising 3 genres and 4 authors. And without any delay I'll get straight into talking about the first book, which was The Reality Dysfunction by Peter F. Hamilton. Now, as you may know and as you frankly probably see from just up there, I really like Peter F. Hamilton. I have all his books other than the latest 2, which I haven't got around to buying yet, although probably that will be 2018. This is the first book in a trilogy, and that trilogy is the Night's Dawn trilogy. This is one of his older trilogies, and this is also, in terms of sheer page count listing editions I've got, one of his biggest trilogies, because these are extremely thick and as a result extremely wide. And this was, I suppose, part of the problem with the book, because I was planning to read the entire trilogy in December, but because of the sheer thickness of this book and the pain it caused me to read on my wrist, because it's just really awkward to physically hold, I could only read the first one, and I try not to let that affect my opinion of it, but honestly I can't say it didn't, because it might have done. I'm not sure, to be honest. This is a science fiction space opera. The plot is very complex, as is often the case with Peter F. Hamilton. You have multiple points of view, multiple planets and worlds, all sorts of fantastic and amazing technology. You have traces of sort of alien technology and stuff in them as well. And this first one, though, does have a bit of a slow start compared to some of his books, but normally these books they do normally pick up, and I expect books 2 and 3 will be really, really good, because of course they don't have the problem with induction to this world, which is a new world to me personally. So he will manage to get the pace increased, I reckon, in the other 2 books, of which I'm really looking forward to, because this was good, albeit a bit of a slow start, which is, fine. The next 4 books are all by the same author, and those are The Mysterious Affair at Styles, The A.B.C. Murders, 5 Little Pigs, and finally The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding, which I started reading on Christmas Day because, well, Christmas pudding, Christmas obviously. So these 4 are 4 books in the Poirot series by Agatha Christie. Poirot is an extremely well-known character. They made a BBC adaptation many years ago starring David Suchet, and I knew years ago that I would probably like reading the books, but until fairly recently I had never tried reading Agatha Christie or Poirot, and I'm very happy that I tried them, because I frankly really, really like these books. They are intelligently written. They are mystery crime novels with a very pompous and sort of egocentric Belgian detective who's come over to England and is now solving crimes and such, and that's just a very basic description of him. And he solves them using his little grey cells, as he likes to say. And whilst I thought I knew some of the plot lines because of the TV series with David Suchet, and indeed that was true, I didn't know all the details, and obviously they slightly alter things a little bit, of course, for television. So I was very happy that I thought I knew things and then it turned out a bit different, because it turned out a bit more fresher and a bit more fun than I thought it might be. And this is a short story collection as well, which was interesting. This contains 7 short stories. 6 of them are Poirot, which I greatly enjoyed. The 7th was a Miss Marple mystery, which was Agatha Christie's other major line. And I always suspected I would not like the Marple books, because I don't like the TV series with them, and I was correct. I did not like that short story with Miss Marple. Miss Marple is just, I don't know, I don't like her as a character, frankly. Yeah, it's just one of them things, I suppose. The next 4 books I read on my Kindle, so I will put the pictures up on the screen as I'm saying them, and those are Cyborg Legacy, The Rogue Prince, Angel of Truth, and Stolen Legacy. They are all by Lindsay Buroker. They're all science fiction, and they're all sort of science fiction adventures, I would have to say. Now, Cyborg Legacy is the 9th book of sorts in the Fallen Empire series, which I read at the very start of 2018, which I did a separate review of, which I'll link in the description box below. I loved that series really badly. It's a really fun, fast-paced sort of action series set in space with a great crew on a spaceship and such, having adventures. It was an 8-book series. This Cyborg Legacy was the 9th of sorts. It's set a few years afterwards when things are wrapped up. And it's just like a sort of a minor sub-adventure of sorts, just sort of going back and reflecting on the characters that you know and love. And it just worked. It was still fun, and having a new character into an established world was quite interesting, frankly, and I really did like it. As far as the other 3 is concerned, they are the first 3, and indeed so far only 3 books in the Sky Full of Stars series. And this is based on characters that are related to the main Fallen Empire series, and I frankly can't talk about them in any way because even the main character talking about them will possibly give away spoilers. Suffice to say though, they are just fun, fast-paced adventures set on a spaceship yet again, same as the Fallen Empire. And basically, if you like the sound of that Fallen Empire series, then you will like these books because they're just more of the same. Just, different characters, different situations, and they're just fun, frankly. It's like watching a sort of science fiction television show, but in book form, frankly. And finally, the last book that I read was The Red Knight by Miles Cameron. Now, this is the first book of 5 in the Traitor's Son cycle. I buddy read this with Sam. Sam, who is a booktuber, has read this before, so it's a reread for her. And I'm very glad that I did buddy read it because it made it more sort of fun. Now, it is a somewhat big book. It's not massive, not compared to some books, for instance. It is a mere 760 pages, which is still somewhat longer though. And it was quite an interesting one because you have basically you have the human empire, which is in decline in this world, and you have the wilds, which is well, as it sounds, this is the wilderness. It's all the creatures and the people. Some of them are human that make up the rest of the world, which is most of it, frankly. This is set on Earth, but kind of an alternative Earth as well, or especially I think it's meant to be alternative Europe in particular. And it's quite interesting because you've got the Red Knight, who is this very young knight leading a company of mercenaries. He gets a new contract to defend this small fortress with nuns in it, and things are obviously not as simple and as straightforward as they seem, and things become a lot more complex. I mean, there's five book series, so obviously it's not going to be that complex with 4 other books to go. But this was just well written, and the other thing about the writing was it's very interesting, the fact that the points of view, which there are many, alternated often between the points of view of the human empire inhabitants, of which there are several main points of view, and various members of the wilds. So having both points of view looking back at each other, there's sort of the good guys of sorts and the bad guys as such, although it's not that simple, was quite interesting, and that's something I've seen often. And I did quite appreciate it for that reason because it gave it a nice freshness. And I'm quite eager to read the others actually, because this starts off very interesting and it certainly finishes off interesting. And whilst it finishes a few little things off, it certainly leaves it obviously open for the rest of the series, which is now fully published as well. So I can read all 4 books in 2019. So with that said, that is it for all the books I read in December. Overall, it was a pretty good month. Hopefully the next few months will be just as good. If you've read any of these or would like to, then please leave a comment. Also, if you have any suggestions that you think I might like based on these books, then please leave them as well, because I'm always eager and open for more types of genre and authors. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you another day. Bye for now.